Santoso as a Rector of STEKOM University, Indonesia, to the Honorable Mr. Andriy Artemenko, PhD, as a Senior Lecturer, Department of Computer Science, Applied and Hacker Mathematics, and then the second speaker, Dr. Mykhailo Maksymov, as an Associate Professor in the Department of Economy, Cybernetic and Applied Economy. And then the next speaker, Ms. Nur Azila Azahari, as the lecturer, Department of Communication, Faculty Business and Communication. And last, Dr. Eddie Jogatama Purhita, as a lecturer of Visual Communication Design Department. And last but not least, also to the honorable guests and audience today. Okay, before we begin, I have a few housekeeping notes here. Today's session is being streamed on the Universitas STEKOM YouTube channel. And for today's event, we will start with Indonesia and national anthems and continue with the opening speech represented by Mr. Setio Adi Nugroho as a regular obstacle to the university. In the next session, we will begin the main event presentation by our special guest for today, and continue with the Q&A session to picture for the operation unless time is closing. Okay, first we will sing our national anthem for the Mr. Abdullah. You can start this session today. Thank you. Okay, thank you. Next, we will invite the most responsible person to the stake to conduct the skill international event to give an opening speech. For Mr. Setio Adi Nugroho, the time is yours. Thank you.
Okay, can you hear my voice?
Yes, sure.
Okay, thank you for Mr. Novita for giving me to give opening lecture, opening speech. Okay, good afternoon, everybody, to the honorable distinguished guest speaker and our esteemed lecturer and staff, and also for dear student and all participants. On behalf of entire academic community of STEKOM University and as a representative of our our rector, Dr. Joseph Teguh Santoso, who sincerely regret that he cannot be with us today. It is my great pleasure and privilege to extend the warmest welcome to you all for this international seminar with title Web Development Fundamental, Build and Design Your First Website. In the era where our digital footprint is become significant for our physical presence, the ability to create and shape part of internet is no longer just a technical skill. It's a fundamental for to form of literacy. It's the art and science of making your voice heard, your business scene and your ideas share across the globe. Today, we are gathered here to demystify this process and to take the first more crucial step in this journey. We are truly privileged to have with us a panel exceptional international event who will guide us through this fascinating world. They will bring them a wealth of knowledge from diverse corner of web development, from the robust logic of back-end system to creative artistry of user interface design. Allow me to extend our deepest gratitude to our distinguished guest speaker. Uh, First one for Mr. Andriy Artemenko, PhD, a senior lecturer from LUTE or Lviv University of Trading and Economic, Ukraine. And for Dr. Mykhailo Maksymov, an associate professor from KARAZIN, Kharkiv National University, Ukraine. And for Miss Nur Azila Azahari, lecturer from UniMAP, Malaysia, and from our university, Dr. Edi Jogatama Purhita. And this diverse lineup is a testament that universal language of technology and the power of international collaboration in education is a living example of how border can be transcended through shared knowledge. To all our students and participants, please pay attention and ask questions and let your curiosity to be your guide. Therefore, let us no waste another moment. Let's be inspired. Let us learn and let us build. Without further delay, I now declare this seminar officially open. Thank you, and may this event be incredible, fruitful for us all. Okay, thank you, Miss Novita.
Okay, thank you very much for your conduction, Mr. Satya Adinugraha. And we will go to the main event for our audience. If you have any question for the speaker, please add them to the chat and we'll be able to answer some of the during the Q&A session after each presenter already presentation. And now let please welcome our first presenter, Mr. Andriy Artemenko PhD as a senior lecturer, Department of Computer Science and Applied and Hacker Mathematics. The time is yours. Thank you.
Hello guys, can you hear me?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, awesome, thank you. So let me share my screen. 1 second. Okay, can you see it?
Yes.
Okay, awesome. So hello, ladies and gentlemen. It's a pleasure to me to be here and to be a part of this event. And let's chase to the business. Today, we'll explore how modern websites are built, from client-side interfaces to server logic and data management. Hope by the end you'll understand how the core web architecture are built and how to build your own simple portfolio site. This presentation will be divided into two parts. One, it will be fundamentals knowledge, and then it will be live coding. So, if you look to current web development, it's divided into several pieces. It's a process of creating interactive application that run on the internet. It combined, as I mentioned, three, I must say, this main parts. It's client side, it's in most cases it's web browser, where user see it. Then it's server side, when the logic is stay. Then it goes to data layer, which stores the information. Every piece of information, when you post a tweet, make a message, it always lay into database. Then all of them together are hosted in some cloud infrastructure accessible the worldwide. If you go to the front-end side, or someone can call it client side, it defines the user experience. It built into three essential technologies. HTML gives the structure, hidden text, images, layout. CSS is defined styles, colors, fonts, spacing, layouts, and nowadays even more, it takes some part from JavaScript. Then it goes to JavaScript. JavaScript adds interactivity, dynamics, menus, animation, data updates, and nowadays it's always lies to business logic. If we go to modern technology for the backend, and backend runs behind the scene, it handles business logic, authentication, and communication with database. Common servers and technologies include Node.js, Python, Go, Java, and I may continue this list forever because so many technologies nowadays is able to start working with. If we go to the database is, as I mentioned, is storage backbone. It holds structured information about user content, transaction, messages. The main popular system include MySQL, PostgreSQL, MongoDB, and the backend communicates with it using queries to read, update, or delete the data. Uh, and I have to mention one more important thing here. Once we develop the code, it's not the end, it's only the beginning. Then we have to compile this code. We have to able to deploy it and run it from the web. So here I show the full cycle of development. From local development, when you create the Hello World application, build it through CI/CD pipelines, then host on modern hosting solution like Amazon, Vercel, Microsoft, Azure, it can be GCP or any other. And then those solutions can be accessible from the internet, from the common web browser or mobile phone, and so on. This is like end-to-end cycle. And history of learning of the web development. It's worth to mention how it was involved from early beginning. So it started from the books and manuals in early 2000s. That's where I started. Then it moved to the developer communities like Stack Overflow, GitHub, Reddit, and it's continued to be popular, but it more like for the olds. Then it goes to the online courses and certification from different platforms like Coursera, Udemy, or any other. And nowadays, it's AI-driven learning where coding assistant teach interactively. So it's nowadays where we have to start and learn. And I want to highlight one more important thing regarding what we have with AI. We face the interesting paradox today. Uh, it's I stated like chicken, quack, egg paradox. It's not a chicken and eggs. It's a little bit different that I created, especially for this event. It's my interpretation of it. It's the main problem. Did the coder chicken create the AI egg, or did the fundamental code quark made both possible? Maybe nowadays it's clear that the developer, the chicken was first, but in centuries or even in decades, it will be very hard to say what was first. And this paradox is visible in this cycle. And I want to start with maybe more practical things with live coding session, but I saw that some of them were presented in previous day, and here is a simple structure of front-end application where we have one HTML page, style, and JavaScript. I do not want to pay attention on each part because I'll prepare another live coding session for you. Then if you go to implementation, it will be the same where you can find on any internet resources. We have a page, we have some tags, head, body, header, and meta tags. Then we have CSS for responsiveness, for stylish. and JavaScript for interactivity. This is common structure of to-do guide or backbone boilerplate. And structure will be something like that. It's clear, but let's jump to the live coding to show how modern development is done today. So let me share screen and share IDE. So yeah, I'll share my screen. Hope you see it. I'll share the cursor and where the development mostly is done today. It starts from startups, big enterprise, any company, or even for the pet project. Okay, I have prepared a few prompts for you. Let's start from the hello world. Let's ask AI to create hello example for us. Here we have AI tool, IDE for creating a web code. We simply ask to create it with no additional code knowledge. We can ask and we can review what it generates. So it starts from the same thing and creates index.html page where the site may be layout. So let's run the application. Yep. And review what it's created. It creates simple page and embed the style and JavaScript here. And it's saying that it's created and hosts the application here. Let's see the result. Yep, it is. Yep, this one. And you see with one little prompt, it's create hello world application that everyone can try and use it without any problems. Okay, so let's go more advanced. I have prepared another thing for you. This prompt a little bit harder. It's create front-end application, back-end application, and create the local database for that. So we have all the parts in one system. So let's create new agent for that and ask to create the same thing. We'll wait a little bit and it'll start the work for us. You may ask, maybe it's for demo purpose of webinars only tool. No, every developer use it through the cursor or any extension for the common IDE, such like agent, and continuing to develop. It doesn't matter is it pet project or enterprise project or university project. We can continue to use it. Okay, let's try is it running or not. It's not running. Let's ask for sort to start. Please start. Install Dept and start content and backend. It's shortcut. We will wait for a while. While it's generated, let's review what it created for us. We can simply review the code. It's created the backend application. Yep, backend, front end, and it contains some logic here. Yep. And let's go to the browser to see. Yes. This program is still installing. As always with AI, it can stop working, so we have to wait a little bit. We can stop it and do it manually. Yep. Start new console here. Content. Install the application. Yeah, it starts up one application. Let's do the same with backend and backend. It's installing. Hope it's ready. Let's copy paste the URL and see the result. Yep, with this few minutes we create the first application. We have projects, we have add project, test one, and description. Yep, it's appear, it's working, and we see scene changing. Let's go to be more advanced and copy paste another prompt that we want to add sign in to it. Let's ask agent to make it, and we'll see in real time that is update the navigation, update the code, and add the crypto library, and of course connect to local database. We have to wait until it's fully develop and propagate all changes to the local server. Yep, it's ready. Let's refresh the page. Then we can register. Let it be demo and demo1. Register user. And we see that our user is logged in. We can see a project and we can log out. Everything is working as expected. Yep. And let's go even further and ask to create a little bit more fancy user interface. It's started to update the main application. For application use React is one of the modern browser. And you see that right now, let's even add more project to be it more visible. That is finished. Let's create another project. First of all, we have to log in as it will work for the login user functionality. Demo2, demo. And you see that we have good animation. But also we can ask to do it more fancy. Add fancy. Oh, but it'd be more interactive. Crazy fancy animation for projects. Let us see what it can do. And you have no limits here. You can do whatever you want and create your experience how you would like to. So let's see. And you see it's amazing. We can change to whatever we want. We can ask to do it more. Create new project, create new things, and you are navigating through the code. And you can adapt and update. Of course, this code requires some changes, and you have to be familiar with what I'm doing, but this is the application you can do, and it is how nowadays development is going on. So let me share my presentation and continue. Hope you see it. Let's move further. The future of programming is hybrid. It's a human creativity paired with AI assistant. To use AI efficiently, we must understand how the web works beneath and surface. Fundamentals remains the bridge between innovation and execution. So in university, we have to teach the fundamentals, and people have to understand how to work with it, how to implement, how the modern web application is working. Without that, they can't use efficiently such kind of tool because AI makes mistakes. And from my thought, I have to say that start small, build often, keep learning. The web changes daily, and so should your skills. So every gate begins with a one line of code. Maybe today's will be yours one. Thank you, guys. That's all from presentation perspective. Do you have questions?
Okay, thank you so much for your presentation, Professor Andriy. And we have three questions from participants already read in the Zoom chat. First question, could you please explain how HTML, CSS, and JavaScript work together to create a functional and attractive website? Thank you.
Okay, web browsers. So let me start maybe from history. Web browsers were created or engine created in mid 19th, and since then it haven't changed. We have three-part HTML page where the layout stands. Then the browser reads the layout and try to evaluate the page. And it's load different resources. One of them is style, and then it applies style to your page, to your layout. And afterwards, it may pick up your JavaScript, your code, and run afterwards. So you have to understand it's like a engine you build. You have the motor, then you have the wheels, and then you have a driver. So it's like all together, built together, and to build a website. For each of part, you have different purpose, and you have to start learning with it and mastering. Did I answer your question?
Okay, thank you. And then the second question, how can we ensure that a website is both visually appealing and user-friendly at the same time? Thank you.
I believe it's we have to work on both sides from design perspective, standards, and developer. We create different things. Uh, Sorry, 1 second, please. Sorry for disrupted. So you have to work together with a UX designer to make it user-friendly. Most today's libraries already support user-friendly behavior that common standards from the web development, and simply using them you can apply the best practice material design or bootstrap design or any other from modern Google provider, and any other can help you to make it user friendly. And also, it's already regulated from the government perspective. From the if you say you have one standard, if you're in Ukraine, you have another standard for accessibility for user-friendly. So it's highly regulated and best practice appear on the web today.
Okay, thank you. And then the last question, may I ask, what are the key difference between front end and back end development, and how do they complement each other? Thank you.
Okay, so if you ask this question 5 years ago, I would answer in different way. But today, you are a developer with AI assistants. It's smash maybe the difference between them. You have to understand the backend, the front end to be successful in development. In common sense, front end is client-side development. It's run code in browser, so in your local machine. So all the compute things are done on your browser, on your machine. So you write HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and it compiles, runs through the browser. Then, if you want to retrieve information or exchange information, it has to go somewhere. It goes to the web server that it is hosted on worldwide, on Azure, GCP, or any other server through the public internet. We send a request, and on that web server, it's backend work. We take this HTTP request and process it. It can be something like that. Get me 10 posts or something similar. We get this information, go to the in most cases, to database, query the database, and return to the front-end side. When front-end got this information, he can render it and display it to the users. Do we need to know backend? Yes, for sure, and front-end. And the current modern web application can't be without a database, without backend, and without front-end. They work together and make a program live.
Okay, thank you for your answer, Dr. Andriy. Yeah, I guess no one else asking again, and we will go to the second speaker, Dr. Mykhailo Maksymov, as an associate professor in the Department of Economy, Cybernetics, and Applied Economy. The time is yours. Thank you. Pardon, sir, your microphone still turned off.
Yeah. Okay, sorry. Hello, glad to see you, and let's do some practice. I would show you how to create a site using CMS WordPress, describe this approach to creating sites, and show how you use this CMS to create your own site in a few minutes. In one site, and the other side you would develop it by existing elements and coding by yourself and creating your own products with high developer infrastructure that already exists. Okay, I start to show you. Uh, 1 minute, 1 second. Okay. What's about WordPress and what about CMS? CMS, it's a special software that you would use to administrate your sites. And WordPress, it's the most popular this kind of software that's by WordPress using our 43% all sites in the internet. In existing statistics, we have near the 518 millions websites. It's powered by WordPress. It's very it's high market share of this kind of software, and it's a lot of sites. It's the most popular software that exists in our world, and I see. It's one side, and the other side, there are a few market platform that sells special elements of WordPress for themes, for plugins, and others. For example, it's my lo lowest example. It's most popular themes on WordPress. For example, we have 46,000 sales by $69. We would calculate how it would be. For example, calculator. 36 and half sales for 69. It's more than $3 million only for sales, but it's more for update subscription. It looks like example. Yes, it's the best examples, but it's opportunity to start your business using to create WordPress sites and create themes to and selling in this kind of platforms. It's observe. What is WordPress in general? It looks like this. You would have some administrative panel with posts, pages, plugins, and appearance with menus. It's the back side of your internet resource that you would create some elements without knowing programming in general, but you would add special plugins, for example, custom CSS, JS, and install different plugins for your site and add elements for front end. And you would create elements for backend, for plugins, for themes using PHP and MySQL program languages. You would add some JavaScript or CSS style for your site. It's a main description, and I would show you how you would install these kind of sites on a simple example using hosting. I would show it's my server, and I would open some site that I would create special for show you like example. Before it, I downloaded from official WordPress site my software. It's from WordPress.org. I already download WordPress, yes, and upload it on my server. It's take a few time and for more interesting, I do it before our webinar. And now on the address of my site, uh, you would see forms that I use to install my WordPress. I need a database to connect for database. I would create it on my server, databases, and for example, create new database, for example, new site. This is what it's name of a server. Database host. Next, name of user, database name, username, and password. Yes, submit. Everything is okay. And I would run the installation, and I create site title, for example, my site, username admin. I would save this password. And add my email. Okay, and install. Oh, what is this? Okay. And you would see that my site it's my new site in a few minutes of using it for create. And I would log in for my site using login that is already create, and take my saved password. Yes. And I would start to create my site. What I want to do. For example, I would choose theme of my site. For example, I would create a site for university, or you would propose me theme of site in the chat. But I start, for example, for university. I start to create, I start to upload themes that already exist in library of themes of the WordPress themes. You would see it's more than 7,000 different themes. It's for free. Yes, we would have we would take payment themes. It's a lot too. It's especially more development, more better. But if you need to start first site, you would take some free theme, university, for example. No, it's a lot of theme for university. I would take some, for example, this. Let's install and activate. And you would see that design of my sites change in a few seconds. For example, I would like to change my theme and install another theme, university. For example, something like this. Or this. I would install and activate. And you would see that my design changed in a few seconds. And what it would be themes. You would see that downloaded theme here. Yeah, in several different designs For example, I would back to University Hub. It's a first step. It's about themes. You would add existing themes. Some themes have some demo content, or some have only design for it. It depends different themes, and it's for your research of these themes when you install it. It's another one. What my second step? For example, I would create some pages. I would go to chapter, for example, pages, add page, and create some page about us, for example, text about us. You would see that I have a new page and create a new one. You know, pages, add page. And you would go to this site by its link. It works. For example, contacts. Publish. Okay. I already create some pages, and I would add it to the menu. Go to apparent and menus. Yeah, there are my pages. I would remove that I don't need, and you would see that I have menus, and in my site I would see it. Primary, save. Home about that us contacts. For example, I would create a new page like mission vision, like our mission. Create this page, and I would add them in menu, but not in high level. In second level are down about us. Choose this checkbox, add to menu, and about us, add our mission, save menu, and you would see that you would have a new elements of menu. This is example how you would create your site without knowing for markup for programming languages, and in a few minutes. And next step, it's about posts. For example, you would need to some news line. Let's create some posts, looks like news, and add it in the category and add this category in our menus. I would add post news one text of news one, and I would create them to category, add category news. Okay, publish. Add new post, for example, news 2, text of news 2, add to news, publish, and Search news, add post, news 3, text of news 3, post, news, publish. Okay, I have 3 news in one category. That name is news. And I go to the menu and add this category news to the menu. For example, about the contacts. Save menu. Oh, yes, news. And I have the category with list of my news. News 1, news 2, news 3. You would click read more and another. And what the interesting, they have this kind of blog. For example, I would like to hide it, and I would use uh, programming code with on HTML. I would see that it's overlay. What site? No. Okay, overlay. I would check if I would display none. No, not it works. No, check intent and this. Yeah, I would hide it. No. Yes, I would hide it. I see that I have ID page site header. Go to my element that's custom CSS already installed. Plugins. Add plugin, custom site in JavaScript. Install. Activate and, for example, add CSS code. Use check. And I would have yes and display none without important. Publish. Oh, I have hide this big element before my text. You would see that we would use to create site, use already existing templates and add your code in this site using HTML, CSS, JavaScript. In a future, you would use PHP to create your own themes, plugins, and more functional elements for WordPress. It's very interesting there because there are a lot of proposition in different freelance sites. It's to create and support WordPress sites in all the world. This is, for example, proposition of WordPress experts to create sites in a normal price. And it don't depend for big companies. If you have qualification for creating WordPress sites, you would take orders from the freelance sites. It's interesting. I have experience for this. Two, it's very career way for you independently of market, of trade market of your country, and it depends of territory. Okay, that's all for my presentation with example, and I would answer for your questions. Could you please share how responsible design helps make a website looks good at different devices? About responsive designs, it looks like media queries. Uh, it's a special code that take different uh, different showing different elements by different size of your screen. Usually, and I think it would be true, you would see that I depends of site ways of my browser. You would see that design of my sites is changing. This is what about responsible design is. Uh, yes, because usually in highways sites we see them on browsers on our computers, but if we have low-ways sites. Usually we open in the mobile phone, and it's hamburger menu, most usable for mobile phone. And you would see that all elements state one under another. It's more usable for small wise devices. It's the first question. Another, how important is it to understand basic web accessibility principle when creating in websites? It's very important because you need to understand in what server you need to improve your code to the internet, because every code need uh, relevant environment. For example, for WordPress, you need PHP hosting. For example, application on Python, you would need to Python hosting. For Java application, you need Java hosting and another. And you need to understand when it works. It's one side, and the other side, you need to understand how it works, because sometimes you have some problems with connection, with, for example, sending your emails and another points. It's not about coding, but it's very important because sometimes you would have error, mistakes, problems, and to understand how to fix it, you need to understand about web accessibility principles to be a good programmer. It's about second answer. It's could you give an example how coding and creativity work hand in hand in modern web design? About coding and design, modern design using by designers, and coding it's about makeup for design, because design creating by designers. For example, on theme forest, it looks like example, you would take mm, graphics, and you would take examples for web elements, for example. Yes. You would take a lot of modern web design examples and take it, design and cut it and make up and create your site using good design and imaging design. Now it's separate professions, since design creating image and web design cutting and create web template and connect it to site core, for example, WordPress or another CMS, or add to core programming core without CMS. It's existing too, and it's on my mind. It's answer for your questions. Okay, thank you very much for your attention. I think that I answer for it. If you have some question you would ask. If no, thank you for your attention and give voice another speaker.
Yeah, thank you so much for your presentation, Dr. Mykhailo. And we will go to the third speaker, Ms. Nur Azila Azahari, as a lecturer, Department of Communication, Faculty of Business and Communication from University Malaysia, Perlis. The time is yours. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Navita. Can you hear my voice?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so greetings, everyone. So let me share with you my slides. Okay, so this is my slides for today. So I want to share with you on build your online identity, your first step as a web creator. Because of before this, we also we had on Dr. Andriy and also Dr. Mykhailo share about HTML, about CSS, CMS also, and also JS, which is JavaScript. But for me, I want to share with you that you must start your online identity on website. Okay, so that my name is Nur Azila Azahari. I'm a lecturer from Department of Communication, Faculty of Business and Communication, University Malaysia, Perlis, which is located at Malaysia, Perlis, Malaysia. But for today, my sharing is just, you don't just scroll the web. You must create it by yourself. Okay? Okay, so we start the first. Okay, this is why you build your own website. So that you must ask why you build your own websites. So that this is the example that I give it to you, which is one, the blue one is my personal website, and then the other one is from Facebook, which is my social media. So that there is different thing between these two, why you have to build your own, and then why don't you just use the social media. So the web is, you must think web is your digital home. So that the social media itself just let us share, but also limit us. We have to follow their rules, we have to follow their designs, and we have to even follow their algorithm, right? So when you have your own website, you decide on, you present yourself. You can choose the color, you can choose the layout, and you also can choose your story. And it's something that you own, a house instead of you renting a room like that. So such example, this is my website and this is my social media. So if you can see, if you can see this one, I can choose to be me. Yeah, I using my chosen color. I choose my text, my typography, but the Facebook itself, I cannot choose that. I just can choose to write what I want, the content. Okay. All right. Now, the online identity. So people find on what they search. So when you Google now, so that you Google your name, what it can be come up. Okay, people will find on what they search. So now, such as me, myself, when you search for Nur Azahari, so that you can see that I'm a lecturer for UniMAP, and then that is your digital first impression. So if someone search your name today, what will they find for today? Okay, so that's why we have to have an online identity so that people search for you and then they know who are you. Then the website will be your first digital impression lah. Okay, so the anatomy of a personal website. So that I just share with you the anatomy of the personal website means that the skeleton of the website itself. We know that HTML, CSS, and also JavaScript have to work together, right? So HTML itself just to build a skeleton for your website, and then CSS for the styling, and then JavaScript is for the functioning of the website. And then this is the anatomy, means that you just have to have these four, which is home, about, the portfolio, and contact, the tab on the website. So because of this is for your personal website to represent you. So a home is a short intro and your photo. So you just have something short about yourself and put a photo in there. And about is your background, your interests and goals for yourself. Then portfolio is what you have done or learned in class, the assignments itself, you can share it in the portfolio. And then contact, this is how people want to reach for you. You can share your email address or official number, but do not share your address or something that is a personal for you. Okay, so this is just the basic of a personal website. You just have home, about, portfolio, contact, and that's all. You can have your own personal website. You can have your own digital identity. Okay, so next is about simple design but have a big impact. Okay, in website, in a personal website or something that you want to show to people, even you can choose yourself your own fonts, your own typography, your own colors, but make it simple. Wherever it's simple design, but it give an big impact to others. Okay, so you can use clean layout, simple colors, and must be a readable fonts, and keep it mobile friendly. Mobile friendly means responsive lah. Responsive when when we want to see it in tab, so it will adjust with tab size. Okay, and then in mobile it can adjust to be a mobile, and then in laptop also it can adjust to the laptop size, and make it feel like you. You must personalize your website, your own website. Okay. And actually, your first impression today is often happens online. It happens online because of my experience in my work is that my students, when they want go to for interview, industry interview after graduates, so they have to show themselves. So sometimes they just come with a resume, a hard copy of it, but you may use this one also as a website. So you show them your projects, your assignments, your works, that so that can give big impact to you. Okay, so that so is a maybe can be as a introduction to your interview session, yeah, for job seeking. Okay, let me share to you the tools that you can use. Okay, so Visual Studio Code. I don't know whether you are already learn about Visual Studio Code, but this one you have to download and install it in your laptop. Okay, Visual Studio Code, and I use GitHub page. For what? So GitHub page I use for hosting, free hosting. Yeah, so that when I code my HTML, CSS, and JavaScript in Visual Studio Code, then how to host it and how to other people see it. So you can use GitHub page. Okay, then Canva or Figma is used for design, or when you want to share with others this prototypes of your design, prototype of your website, you can use Canva or Figma. I don't know whether you use this Figma or not, but Figma is just for prototype. It doesn't have the codings of the HTML, CSS, or JavaScript. Okay, and then Google Fonts just for beautiful and readable typography. So you can use all these tools, yeah, to show your talent, to show your works, and to start your first website. Okay. But if you say, let's say that you don't know how to use either each one of these, okay, Visual Code Studio or GitHub or Canva or Google Fonts, just like that. We have AI right now, right? So that for me myself, so it's a simple one, so that I just go to AI tools, yeah, chatbot, any chatbot that you have, you just ask them to give you a solution on how to set up the first page on GitHub, on Visual Studio Code, or even Canva and Figma. So let them share with you what to do. Sometimes you can use also the AI, but ethically. Okay, right. Okay. So next one is about from file to live website. So that is just in this slide. I just want to share that when we want to create a website, to start create a website, you just have this simple process. Okay, this simple step for you, which is one, you have to create your HTML files, yeah, but the HTML files, the first one, the home one, okay, we just name it as index.html so that we know it's the main page for you. And you add simple CSS. CSS is cascading style sheet, which you use for style your website. So if you want to add colors, you want to add some tables, layouts, you want to change the typography, the font size, the font colors, the font types. So you can use cascading style sheet, CSS. And after all these two, yeah, HTML and CSS done, then you can upload to GitHub page. When you upload to GitHub page, the link generated by the GitHub will can get so the link itself, that generated by the GitHub, you can share it with other people. So the other people can see by click on the GitHub link that they give it to you after you set up in the GitHub page. I don't know whether you can see if I share it with you, but I don't know, but Right. I don't know whether you can see my screen. So this is the GitHub platform. So you just go to github.com and then you can use this GitHub. But for Figma itself, the Visual Studio Code you have to download and install, and then GitHub you have to just surf it on the internet, and then also Figma. Okay, Figma, you don't have to download and install, but you can also save it on the internet. Okay, this is a Figma. Figma is used for your prototype and then design. Okay. Okay. But the point here is that when you want to start your own website, it's just you just don't have to think about the perfect one, but you have to start. When you start it, then you know how to add what you want to add and what you want to share. Okay, so this, by just follow this simple step, you can have your own website. Okay, so the first one is create your HTML files, even in the Visual Studio Code, and then you can add simple CSS for styling, for their design, and then you upload it to GitHub page for free hosting and view live as the link given by the GitHub. Okay. Then grow your online presence. Okay, so add project or reflection as you go. What you can share in your website, your personal website, is that projects or reflection as you grow, the assignments, even your reflections on your class, your classworks, your discussions, your hobby, even though whatever you do, you have some outputs so that you can share it on your website. So add projects or reflections as you grow. Learn responsive design later. Keep update your about page yearly, means that you can add your new projects, update your about page each semester. Even you are in semester 1, you can start to build your own website, your own personal website, so that after, day by day, semester by semester, your website is growing. So it's digital, the digital presence grow by yourself. Okay. So small consistent updates are better wait for a perfect one. So you have to start. Yeah, you have, the clue is you have to start. You have to start, even a small start. Yeah. So the progress itself go to a perfection. Okay. And don't forget to link your CV, or means that your portfolio. Okay. So your website is your story, told your way. So in this one, that when we start small, start the simple, but when you start now, you may be even with just a page, say, hi, my name is Azila, like my name, so that I'm a lecturer at UniMAP. So it's enough. Yeah, it's enough start for you to share, to begin. So you must start your own website now, because it's a very simple step, and then you can have your own website like tonight or a day. Just do, and then you can have your own website. Okay, so you have to start your first personal website this month. So this one, I challenge all of you, the students itself, start your first personal website. Okay. So in this one, I just have I think that's all. Yeah, I want to share because of my slide is just about you have to start your own personal website, just using the Visual Studio Code that you learn, and you combine the HTML, CSS, and JavaScript in Visual Studio Code, and then you set up it in GitHub page. So set up in the GitHub page, it is simple one. You just can ask the chatbot, ChatGPT, or other bots that you have, AI. So we have AI now. So it's a simple for you. And then if you want to learn about, maybe if you want to learn more about HTML, CSS, or JavaScript, so I think that the good website for you is W3 School, because of W3 School have exercise on it, have notes for you, tips for you, and a simple one instruction for you to learn on a basic HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and other programming language too. I think it's a simple sharings today from me. So you can so thank you. So that this is my contact number for you. But again, any questions from the blog?
Yeah. Okay, thank you for your presentation. We have 3 questions from participant. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
for first question, just a moment.
Oh, sorry.
Okay, could you please explain how understanding user need influence the way we design a website? The question already read in the Zoom chat also, ma'am.
Could you please explain how, okay, sorry, I read it again. Could you please explain how understanding user needs influence the way we design a website? So that user needs, how understanding user needs influence. What do you mean by this? User needs influence the way we designed. Some of the tips is that you have to know the website that you want to build or to develop, so that when you have you know what to develop, then you can have your preferences, or you can refer to references other websites. You can see the other websites designs, the layouts, the colors itself, and then you have you may develop a good website for you. Am I answer the questions?
Yes, ma'am. And then the second question, how can beginner avoid feeling overwhelmed when learning multiple web
Yeah.
technology at once?
Okay. How beginners avoid feeling overwhelmed? It's actually you have to manage. But as I say, you can have it one by one. But if you want to have your own learning, your self learning, you can go to W3 schools for learn this coding, HTML, CSS, JavaScript for website. So that in the website, the W3 school, I think is the best for a beginner to learn something, so that you can don't have to be overwhelmed when learn multiple web technologies. It's actually a simple one, but you have to manage and then you have take notes on that. Okay, so any other questions?
Okay, and then the last question, may I ask, how do professional web developer balance creativity with technical limitation when building a website?
Yeah, okay. So this one I also share before, that is the professional web developers, I think they also have referred to other website. So when they want to design something, they have to see what other do. So they do not just simply, oh, what I want to do is using my own color, using my own preferences. But it's a no. When a professional web developers balance the creativity is that they also need a reference and they also refer to other design and other example. So I think that's my answer for this question.
Okay, thank you. And I guess no one else asking again, ma'am. Yeah, so
Thank you.
unfortunately for Dr. Eddie Jogatama Purhita cannot join able to attend this webinar today. He will join in the tomorrow session. And before I close this event, for all participants, please open your camera. I will take a picture on the count of three for documentation. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Okay, another one. 1, 2, 3. Thank you for your keen cooperation. Finally, we come to the end of webinar today. We would like to thank you for our speaker for the wonderful information and sharing your knowledge. We hope this information will be beneficial for all participants. At least we have to have more collaboration in the future. The webinar for today and here. Hope to see you soon. Thank you and have a nice day and bye.